Hello, my name is William Afton. Today, I'm going to confront everything I did because I may reach a point to no return, and I'm prepared for it. So if you find this tape, I'm either long gone or I'm somewhere else. So yeah, let's get this started. Back in 1981, everything was right. Business was booming. Everyone was happy, but something terrible happened. My wife, Laura, she died in a car crash. Elizabeth was heartbroken. Evan was heartbroken. But Michael, his poor soul, he was heartbroken the most. He was attached to her and she was attached to him because it was our first ever child. In fact, I'm pretty sure Laura favored him the most out of everyone. But it led him to spiral down and there wasn't much I could do. I tried to calm him down, but apparently I was too mean. Well, I don't believe that. I did my best to help him. And then Michael, he would start becoming a jerk to Evan and Elizabeth too, but not mainly her, just Evan, which was really irritating. I'd have to tell him stop, but he wouldn't listen. Apparently, I wasn't being a good enough father, but I don't believe that. I've done my best to help, but he's just a brat. I don't know what else he expected from me. And then, 1983, he pulled a stupid stunt. He put Evan in Fazbear's jaw, and he died. He died that day. Or rather annoyed at his death, because it could have been prevented. I don't know why Henry didn't listen to me. I told Henry that we shouldn't make the jaw too strong, but apparently Henry disagreed. He's a dumbass, I'll tell you that. And then Fazbear's Family Diner closed down. We tried to reopen it again, but Fazbear's voice actor disagreed, and it's not like we could have afforded a new actor back then. But a couple years later, we opened a new restaurant with a couple more money. Freddy's Family Diner, with some new animatronics. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and the puppet. You see, the puppet was more like a security animatronic, really. Ever since the incident, we made sure that no incidents would ever happen again. A few nights later, I was driving down while drunk. I was upset at Michael, upset at Henry. I was upset at everything. And then I saw Charlie being locked out from Freddy's Family Diner. It gave me the opportunity to get revenge on Henry. If I can't have a child, why can't he? And I took him away. And I'd do it again if I could. Henry was scared, but I was happy. But something happened. The puppet thing crawled towards Charlie. Then Charlie possessed that thing. I don't know how, but I know she possessed it. I know because it has tear tracks, which is weird. But then I discovered something. Possession. Of course, I would have to experiment. This could be revolutionary if I use it right. So then, I had an idea. Now that I have control of Freddy's Family Diner while Henry was trying to recover the loss of Charlie, I could do some more experiments while I still can. And that led to the 5 missing children incidents. The 4 kids weren't really too special. I just used some common tactics to lure them. But Cassidy, she was clever. Way too clever. She knew I was up with something, so I had to take her down. But perhaps I got a little bit too violent, and I had to hit her body in like the outside of Freddy's family diner because I couldn't just hide it in the restaurant because I had nowhere to hide it. But then they eventually found the body, which wasn't really good. But here's the weird thing. I've been seeing that Fredbear suit moving. It was weird. I think Cassidy's possessing it, which is interesting. More possession. But then something really interesting happened. They had this bright particle. I called it remnant. It regenerated me. It regenerated one of my scars I had when I was a kid. So then I realized I have to do more experiments, but I couldn't just do it in Henry's restaurant because it would just destroy Henry's franchise. So I had to start my own franchise, Baby Circus Pizza World. So yeah, I started the Pizza World place. The Funtime animatronics would be designed to capture the kids, kill them, and then extract the remnant. Simple as that. But, of course, something had to have happened. Elizabeth. She went near Circus Baby. And Circus Baby, just like the rest, was programmed to kill. It was awful. I tried to tell her not to go near her, to the point I had to smack her to convince her. But she never listened. She went near the machine and died. Of course, I had to cover up her death and say it was gasoline leaks, but in reality, it was just my daughter's death. And, of course, they believed it. And to be honest, it's a good thing that they believed it. If they found out that my machinery killed her, that would be a bad thing. So then, I got some investigators in my pizzeria. They were investigating and they found my blueprints. I had to kill them off. So I closed down Circus Baby Rental and I put them in a warehouse where I trapped them. They would get too aggressive, so I added a shocker to make sure they wouldn't kill anyone. It would be very bad if they did kill someone. That would be more trouble on my hands. So then Henry got the courage to open Freddy's Pizzeria. I don't know why Henry keeps naming these restaurants so poorly, but just stick with me. So, Henry had these shiny new animatronics. Of course, I was there too. But I realized I could do more experiments, just one more. Just one more. And one more I did. 5 missing children. But here's the weird thing. They never possessed anything. Not at all. They just... I don't know where they went. Did they just give up and went up to heaven or whatever? I'm still trying to figure that out. But nonetheless, of course they would leave out remnant. So that's all that matters. And I got to discover more about remnant. But 2 investigators appeared. They were investigating the place, and they were talking to me. They leave me no choice but to let them investigate the place at Friday. But I couldn't let them find out the truth. So, before they entered in, I went in there. And when one investigator went in, I killed him. And when the second investigator went in, I didn't do the killing. In fact, Freddy did the killing, which honestly surprised me. I think it's because I was wearing the spring Pawnee suit, and they believed it. And then, Henry really got tired of me. I think he realized what I was doing, and he fired me. Of course, he had no evidence of me doing all of the killings, but he knew, which wasn't good. So then, he fired me, which was awful. So then I'd go years into hiding, waiting for the next Freddy's Pizzeria to open. But then, Henry finally opened a pizzeria. And it was awful. Like, I didn't even want to go in there to experiment. No one went in there. It died off real quick. And that was the end of Henry's franchise. So I decided, what if I go in there and I dismantle the animatronics? Maybe I can extract more remnant out of them other than their ghosts. So I dismantled them 5 times, especially the Fredbear one. And now, I think there's one more thing I need to do. I think I need to go back to the restaurant one last time and finish off that puppet thing. Wish me luck. Oh, what am I saying? You're probably disgusted by my work. What are you going to do to stop me? Trust me, even if you kill me, I'll always come back. There is no getting rid of me. You're probably too late. If you're seeing this tape, you better hope to God that I do not find you. Because if I do, you may die. I may just take away your life and you'll be one of my experiments. So you know what? If I were you, I'd put the tape back where it belongs and start.
And rock until the sun goes down and the moon is shining forever and ever, forever and ever.